ice, leaving defenders blue. Jump shots like scriptures hurt your heart when they go through. Leaving rivals speechless, crack them down to their knees. Who's next from overseas? Exploding on the scene. Dunking over giants, put them on your team. From BX to Bolivia, living out hoop dreams. Skills paid them bills, come and check these stars. Always on high level, break them down like bars. Pass it to the bro, step back like whoa. Watch them let it go, defenders frozen like yo. Who's next up in the game? On the court, who's the truth? Mic check 1, 2, ask anything hoops. Who knows how to recruit? Ask anything hoops. Who's next up that can shoot? Ask anything hoops. Who got the overseas scoop? Ask anything hoops. Anything hoops. What? Anything hoops. What?
Welcome to Anything Hoops. I'm your host, Vilito Angelo Melendez, with my boy Sal Morlino, Christopher Todd in the building, Isaac in the building. What's going on, fellas?
Going on?
I'm great. I'm great.
Man.
Talk about it.
We are here. Fellas, we gotta talk about these drafts.
Yeah.
This draft went down. These players, they came in. Fellas, we got to start from the top. The number 1 draft pick that went to the Washington Wizards, that beast, that monster, AJ. Listen, this guy, I saw his highlights, and bro, that guy, he's a game changer. He's an all-star, looking like he's coming in like an all-star, bro. You know, he's a forward. He's 6'9", 217. The guy could give you about 25 points per game. Isaac, let's start with you. What does this do for Washington?
I feel like, it gives Washington some life. They're going in a new direction. You have Trae Young. They just signed him to a deal, and you have Anthony Davis, and now you have him. Now you can, have a winning record this season. Most likely, you're trying to have a winning record, and he's I wouldn't put him in that tier yet. I don't know too much about his game, but he's he's a franchise player, man. It's like, in the next, Melo was saying, in the next 5 to 8 years, you'll be hearing his name a lot. Multiple All-Star. He's gonna put Washington in relevancy again. I think he's a little bit cocky though. I've been hearing some of him on the podcast. He makes it seem like the NBA is kind of light. Like, I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna average 25. It's gonna be easy. I feel like, he's very successful in college, but I feel like, he's gonna get humbled a little bit in the NBA. He's gonna grow from that. You know what I'm saying?
You're the first round draft pick. Either you do or you don't. We already know how it goes down. Sal, tell me, what do you think about this, Sal?
I think it's a great pick. He's getting all the attention already. He's already on the news. He's definitely, they could definitely use him. And as Washington can always, use a rebuild, especially with what they've gone through the past few years. He's good with the ball in his hands. Whenever he's got the ball in his hands, he's a threat. And that's what you need. That's what they need. And he's a good mid-range scorer.
Definitely. Yeah, this guy is definitely a problem. I saw what he does, bro. If he's gonna keep that type of energy and come in like that, he's a real problem. Chris, tell me what you think about this, Chris.
I more so have a question outside of being a number 1 pick, because y'all just saying everything that would be said about a number 1 pick any year, every year. Outside of that, what are you sure he brings to the table? Aren't all number one picks?
Mm, yeah, I mean,
It was just a question. It was just a question. Outside of what will be said about every number one pick every year, what does he bring different? That was it. Does anybody? No. Okay, that's what I was wondering. I was wondering. Yeah, but I mean, we could always say great things about number one picks every year. I do see the aggression. I do see the. Don't get me wrong. College is a pretty elite level. There are 365 Division One college teams, and Power Five conferences. The Power Five. We're talking about the Power Five, the top of the top, the pro conferences. Right? There's about 15 to 16 teams in each of those conferences. So that's you're talking about, 15, 16 times 5. That's well over 50, 60 to 70 teams that are powerhouses
right.
in their own right in the college basketball game. So who's he playing against? He's gonna dominate. That's why he's the number one pick. That's why he's the number one pick. I'm more interested and I asked this of a client that I had. Are we really happy for him that he's going to Washington?
Well, I tell you what, he
I'm not.
could be their star player. He's
I'm
gonna
not
be
happy
their
for him.
star player there.
He's gonna be their star player, but that doesn't always prove to be great for a player transitioning in the league. Sometimes being a star player on a bad team can hurt you. Trae Young is there, and Trae Young Atlanta just had to get rid of Trae Young. They wanted to grow their young talent. So now you have a young talented man coming in playing with Trae Young. Atlanta just had to get rid of Trae Young because they want to develop their young talent. I'm not excited for him that he's playing for Washington. Good for him to get drafted. I think what this client said was like, I'm happy that he got picked first, like it was a big accomplishment. Sometimes it's nice to get picked first, but being number one pick is not a prize.
A lot of pressure.
There are more. Not necessarily, not even the pressure part. It's not being the number one pick that's the prize. It's the prize that night. But after that,
In the very moment, it is the
the number one pick. That's the only time it mattered that you were the number one pick. Any other time outside of that, the next day it doesn't matter anymore. The next day.
Right.
And you do good and they could go, and you was a number one pick, or the guys who aren't number one, they do good, you do good, you do bad, and then if you do bad or you don't live up to a particular height, like Isaac was saying, the pressure, but that's the pressure. You don't do it now you're a bust, so you weren't as good, or there's somebody deeper in the draft who didn't hoorah in college and they do better than you. That outside of that, I just know I'm not excited for him that he's going to Washington.
Right.
That's I'll say.
It could be a tough road, him being in Washington.
His personality. He's gonna go there and he's gonna beat his chest and he's gonna score points and he's gonna try to lead them. But like Ike says, there's an overpowering cockiness that he has.
Yeah.
And it's a sense of cockiness that he has that because of and I see who he is, because of how great he is, in the league, someone is going to put you on your behind. How you going to handle that? So that's all I got to say.
Well,
how you going to handle that?
I guess we gotta see what happens.
Good.
Congratulations to AJ Ibanta, who's a great talent, and he got drafted to the Washington Wizards, and we hope that it works out for him there. We'll see what happens. Moving on to the second overall pick, drafted by the Utah Jazz, Darren Peterson.
I like him. I like him a lot. I
This
like him a
guy
lot.
is, you know, a guard. You know, he's 6'5". You know, he was an Olympic gold medalist, and he can average anywhere from 20 to 26 points per game. Isaac, tell me about Darren Peterson. What do you think about him in Utah?
Honestly, I really like him a lot. Because of politics, he wasn't drafted number one, but he's cerebral. He's cerebral. Wouldn't call him a pure guard, point guard. He's more of a scoring guard. In the one, I think when he's in the A, he could end up playing a little bit more of a two guard. True say, man. But for what I heard about him and what I've been listening about, he's very humble. He gets to the rim. He's really giving me Dylan Harper vibes. When he gets to the rim on 2 feet, you can't really stop him. He's really good in transition too. His decision making needs to get a little bit better from what I've seen of him, but no, he's really good. He's humble. He's humble, and he's very hungry. I think he's going to go to Utah. Utah is developing right now. Ace Bailey's there. Him and them are going to be a really good backcourt together. Uh, yeah, I think when Chris was talking about sometimes situational, I feel like it would have been great for him to go to Washington, but for him to be in Utah, you have a couple years to develop because when you're on low teams that aren't winning, it really isn't too much pressure your first couple of years in the league to like we have to win now. We want no young fellas want you to develop, work on that, become a pro, get better, compound interest, and we're gonna keep building you and building you up. I feel like that's the perfect scenario for him. He's my second favorite player in the draft. So I'm excited for him.
That's right. Sal, tell me what you think about this. Darren Peterson.
Uh, just hey, for one thing, he's from Kansas. I've always been a big fan of that school. Uh, yeah, March Madness. Gifted scorer. He could really help this Utah team that has been struggling a little bit. I definitely want him to do good for this Utah team. I'm really, really impressed by him. And yeah, I think it's a great pick.
Definitely. Christopher Todd.
What I like about Utah is that they're not a circus, So I'm happy for him that he's getting to a team that's actually trying to build something. They're trying to build. They're building from the ground and trying to build up and build up assets. He could probably trade asset down the line or a key piece, and that's what I see in his game right now. Just want to ask Isaac, what does he mean by politics? What politics was he?
Yeah, really, kind of
Mhm.
like a couple years ago when Zion Williams went number one. Anthony Davis was saying this a couple of days ago. He was like, "I want a job at Rant because based off fit, he would have been a better fit for the New Orleans Pelicans at that time." I think the same type of thing. If because of politics, because AJ's a bigger name, he was a bigger name in college, he got drafted number one. But I feel like my boy D, skill wise and what he would give. If Washington's goal was we want to be a win, we want to contend for, we want to start building a winning record, we want to go to playoffs. He's a much better fit. And then for AJ, the much better fit would have been for him to be in Utah for him to develop, man. But if you want to win now, I'm going with my boy. That guy's a killer. Humble, he's ready to work. You know what I'm saying?
Drafts. That's the thing about these drafts, is that you really don't know. You really don't know how players are going to pan out. And some people might say, Dallas has just been having bad luck and bad trades. But Cooper Flag is doing well. I really would have liked to seen. I know we're not talking about AJ anymore. I'm not going to go back to that. But just how guys lose and what they do after they lose is big for me. It's big for me.
Shout out to Darren Peterson, the number 2 pick at Utah Jazz. Moving right along to the 3rd pick, Cameron Boozer.
My guy. My
Boozer,
guy.
his father is a big time player. He's a forward. He could play center. He's 6'8". He's a state champion, and he can give you about 22 points per game. Boozer, tell me, Isaac.
My guy, my brother from Duke. I actually had a pleasure. I met him last summer, him and his brother, when I was at Duke University last year. Great guy, great kid. He works. I've seen this guy, and it's crazy, man. To see this guy in the draft. Because during the clinic, we got to watch John Snyder. I got to watch a full Duke practice. Talking leadership, like, hey guys, we need to get there. And he's not even the point guard in the court. He's like, yo, we need to do this. This guy's talking about, yo, let's be on point for practice, not playing around. Focus, very intense, just like he's already moving like a pro. Well, which his father played in the NBA. Cameron Boozer, Carlos Boozer played in the NBA. You could see that in him. I'm very happy. My favorite player in the draft right now. He's gonna be solid. He's going to Memphis, and Memphis got all them bum guys out of there. So that's a great place for him to grow and develop. I don't think per se, because I've seen this game, he's not going to be off the back be a scorer. He's going to be more of not a point forward, but he's going to have that role of where he's going to, a great energy guy he's going to give up, man, when he comes in there. You know what I'm saying? He's going to be high on rebounding. And because he doesn't really have too many post moves, you know what I'm saying? It's more of a have a good touch. And that's the thing, when you're in college, it's like, my coach always used to say this, man, like, there's certain freaks of nature. He fixing that freak of nature for college, where it's like, you're playing against guys that are younger than you, you know what I'm saying? You can get away with a lot of stuff, you know what I'm saying? I think the A is going to be a little bit tougher because that's a grown man's league. But, no, he's going to be great. He's going to have it's different. When you're in the NBA and you're getting drafted and you have a father that played in NBA, you learn a lot growing up. And then based off names, not even based off skill, you're going to be, because, the NBA, they love their money. They love their change. So he's going to end up playing like 10 plus years in the league. Like, I'm not worried about him. Just unless something crazy happens. You feel me?
Sal.
He's versatile. He's versatile. He's big. He can pretty much do anything. And when you got the guy like that, he's got a bright future. He could really help this Grizzly team.
Definitely.
Mhm.
Definitely. Chris.
I like Carlos Boozer. Cameron Boozer. I like him. I can't help myself. Help the Grizzlies do what? I'm sorry.
Play defense.
I can't help myself. He could help them play Okay. Oh, he could just help them on the defensive end. That's what you were saying.
Help him everything. Perimeter game.
Okay.
He can
Oh,
pass.
You were just saying you were just saying he's going to definitely be on the court for them. Probably start for them. Is that what you're saying?
If not start, he'll play a lot.
Yeah, he's going to play a lot.
Okay, that's all you were saying. You were saying he's going to get a lot of playing time.
Yeah.
Yes, Sal?
Yes.
Okay, I agree. Okay, that's what you were saying. I agree. He's going to get a lot of playing time. I thought you were saying he's going to actually help them do something. But yes, I agree. I agree. He's extremely solid. He's ready to play now, especially on a team like Memphis. And he's definitely, I think on that team he'll be starting.
Definitely, man. Definitely. Shout out to Cameron Boozer, man. Moving on to the number 4 pick by the Chicago Bulls, Caleb Wilson. Another forward, 6'9", 211 from North Carolina. Another state champion. And he could give you about 19 to 20 points per game. Isaac, tell me about Caleb Wilson.
Caleb Wilson. He played for NC, right?
Yep.
Yes.
No. Huh?
Yeah, he did.
NC, North Carolina. Ah, my bad. He played rebounding. I forgot. He was leading NC in rebounding. Yeah, nah, he's going. What he's going to? What team is he going to again?
Chicago.
Oh yeah, nah, he's gonna be good with Chicago. Like that's the best thing about the draft, man. And I like it, and he's giving me. I don't want to say Michael Jordan. I don't want to say Michael Jordan, but Chicago's great to have him because he's gonna give you guys a lot of energy. Yeah, this guy, he's big, man. Like 6'9". Like he's wingspan is crazy, dude. I caught one game of his this year. Yeah, nah, he could like rebounding wise, he's gonna be great. And it's like he knows what his bread and butter is. You know what I'm saying? And then North Carolina, playing for that program, man, it's a lot of spotlight, kind of similar to Chicago in a way. He's gonna be great. Like when I say impactful, I don't think he'll be impactful of getting wins, but he's gonna be impactful of setting the culture of where it's like, okay, I'm here. Chicago is in that little. I don't even know what they're doing for real. But
Listen, Chicago's not a bad team, bro. He's on a good team. Chicago
not
get
a good
W's, bro.
Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago
Chicago
players,
is gonna
bro.
go. Chicago.
Wait. Chicago's not a bad team.
They're not a bad team.
They're not a good team. Yes, but
Okay, they're not a bad team. Yeah.
They're not a bad team.
Okay.
Zach LaVine.
Did they make the play-in? I'm sorry. Did they make the play-in? I don't remember them in the play-in. Did they make it? They're not
Yeah.
a bad team. They're not the worst team. But, so it was the worst team was Washington. Who was the worst team after Washington in the East? Charlotte made the playoffs.
Right.
Then we got Orlando. They were pretty good this
Orlando.
year.
The Pacers. It was the Pacers.
Atlanta was good. The Pacers.
And the Nets. Then the Bulls. The Bulls were the 12th seed this year.
Yeah, the Bulls made the play. Right. So because I'm
Yeah, they
thinking
weren't that bad.
Pacers were bad, but we know why they were bad. Their star players was out for the whole season. He tore his Achilles the year before. Washington was at the bottom of the heap. After that, Chicago. In this NBA, if you don't make the play-in, you're not a good team.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Like in this NBA, if you don't make the play-in, you're not a good team. Because you're talking about there are 30 teams in the NBA, 20 of them make the playoffs or make the postseason. 20.
Well,
That means if you don't make it, you're on the bottom 1/3 of the league.
right. But what I would say is that he's going on a good team. That with him and what they have,
Oh yeah. Now
it's
He
gonna
will
it's gonna
be
make a
better.
better team. Moving on to the next draft pick, the 5th, Keaton Wagler. He's a guard, 6'5", picked up by the LA Clippers. Another second team All American. He won the Jerry West Award. Isaac, what do you think about Wagler going to the
Well,
Clippers?
he's going to the Clippers, the worst franchise in NBA history. Wouldn't be too excited for him, man. But not too many players won that before, man. So
Jerry West Award, yeah.
yeah, nah, it's pretty prestigious, man. To win that, that is like the worst franchise. I would like, and it's crazy. I used to be a Clippers fan, but they do people so they're so disorganized as a franchise. I wouldn't want to go there, man. That's a lot. The GMs can't. You just keep making bad decisions after bad decisions. Like, yeah, I'm gonna sign Kawhi Leonard and Paul George to 2 max deals, 20 or 20. Yeah, and then both them guys aren't even on the team anymore. And then you had Norman. Yeah, man. But yeah, I think it'd be good, man. That's a very prestigious award to win, man. So he's in. That means he has a winning mentality. So
Right.
Steve Ballmer once again.
Sal, what do you think about Wagler?
I think it's a great pick. Like Isaac, I'm sorry, that was hysterical with the worst franchise. But yeah, this guy's a playmaker. He's definitely something that uh they need. An offensive weapon. The Clippers always need. And like if he doesn't start, he's gonna be asked to contribute a lot.
Right. Chris, tell me. Wagler.
I think he's going to enjoy playing in the Intuit Dome.
Yeah.
41 games out of the year. I think that's going to be great for him. Very fancy arena.
Oh man. Listen, I'm just gonna say the rest of these picks. We're gonna name these 10 picks. The next pick was Michael Brown Jr., who went to the Brooklyn Nets. Darius Cuff, who went to Sacramento. Kingston Flemings, who went to the Atlanta Hawks. And Morez Johnson Jr., who went to the Dallas Mavericks. And last but not least, Braden Burries, who went to the Milwaukee Bucks. And those are the 10 first-round draft picks. We're about to move on now, fellas. Get into these trades, fellas.
Yeah, let's talk about it. Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about LeBron going to the Miami Heat.
It's just
Yeah.
not. It's not gonna happen.
It's not happening.
It's not.
It's not
Okay.
happening.
I wouldn't be surprised if he goes back to Cleveland.
He might be going back to Cleveland. Let me tell y'all
comes to New
something.
York.
Look, I gotta say this because a lot of people y'all sleeping, and knowing LeBron, right? Knowing how much of an iconic player he is, regardless of whatever, and he already played in Los Angeles, which is one of the biggest cities. The only other place left for him to play
New York.
is New York.
It's
Back-
Miami.
Yeah.
I don't want him.
I want him.
He's not going back to
Listen,
Miami.
his
He's not going
jersey,
back to New York.
his jersey is gonna be number 23 iconic in New York.
Yeah.
We're talking millions of sales.
Yeah.
Even if he takes a pay cut going there, the sponsorships and stuff that he's gonna get, he's gonna make so much money, and it'll be the most iconic thing in history for him to play in New York City, hands down. As a businessman, it'll be the smartest move he can ever do for his career to end it off. If that doesn't happen, he'd probably just go back to Cleveland. That's what I say.
And if he goes to the Knicks, he's going to ruin that flow.
I
Because
don't,
Jalen
so.
Brunson.
I don't think he'll ruin the flow.
Jalen Brunson.
He's not a selfish
Jalen
player.
Brunson is a.
He's
He's not, but he's ball
He
dominant.
fits in any system.
No, he
if I-
takes over any system. There's a difference.
if I could come in.
The man is a passer, bro. He's gonna.
So yeah, he's a passer with the ball in his hands, but he doesn't know how to get out of the way.
He's gonna play team basketball. Only thing
So
that he
does
has to
Brunson
do.
play team basketball too.
All right. Only thing that LeBron has to do is when it comes down to the fourth quarter, stay out of the way and let Brunson handle it. If he can do that, we might be looking at some championships. if he
So I
can do
got a
it.
question for you. I got a question for you, Sal. What he doing the first 3 quarters?
Doing the first 3 quarters, like you mean? Well, obviously he's gonna create opportunities for his teammates, but
Okay, then he's doing that, right? So right, I like that you said that, Sal. LeBron's doing that, right?
Yeah.
So what's Brunson doing the first 3 quarters?
Y'all forget about one thing, man. Y'all forget about one thing.
What's Brunson doing the first 3 quarters?
Listen,
Can
I
I-
know
Can
a
I
lot
say
of people don't like LeBron James. I get it. I'm not too fond of him myself, but
This got to do with LeBron
I'd be
James.
lying if I say that he can't he can't play in the Knicks and help them win. I'd be lying. I can't say that.
Y'all forget about one thing.
I gotta keep it real.
You gotta make sure LeBron gets out the way in the fourth quarter. So what's he doing in the first 3?
He's scoring.
Y'all forget.
Setting everybody up, right?
Hey,
He's
but y'all
Setting
getting
forget
everybody
about
up.
buckets,
one
no,
thing.
and
Y'all
he's
forget
getting
about one thing.
buckets. LeBron
And
was
he's getting
dropping.
buckets.
LeBron dropped 40 points last year. What are we talking about, bro? Like,
He also had games where he dropped 8 because he old. That game he dropped 8. He was gonna miss half the season to sciatica.
Y'all forget about one thing with JB. Y'all forget when he played with Luka, Luka was running the ball most of the time. Luka was ball dominant. So JB can play with guys like that. You know what I'm saying? I think, honestly, if he came to New York, the fellas, they would embrace him. They're like, yeah.
Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. That's a good point.
He played with Luka. LeBron James, yeah, okay, cool. You know, when
That's
my
a
time,
good point.
yeah.
That's a good point. That's a good point. That's a good point.
Appreciate
all
it.
right. Let's start
Okay,
with
hold on. I got another question.
what
How
question?
did the Dallas Mavericks do when he wasn't running the ball all the time?
Who?
And how did Dallas do when he wasn't running the ball all the time? They
Yeah.
did good, but they
Yeah.
weren't number one. Miami's the best suit for him. I know you guys are Knicks fans. If I was a Knicks fan, I'd be dreaming too. But
I'm not a Knicks fan. They were
Miami's
saying,
the best.
listen, they were saying that he was gonna go to the Spurs, and I was like, that's not gonna happen. The same way that it's not gonna happen that he's not going to Golden State. Oh, he's going to Golden State. Him and Curry already played together. They love each other. Oh, that's not happening.
If Golden
Check it
State
out.
could get AD, he probably would go to Golden State.
Whose spot is he taking? Is he gonna take 23 off of off of Draymond Green, his number, and tell him to sit down on the bench? Is he gonna sit down Butler? Who's sitting
Draymond Green
down?
plays in a different spot. No, Butler be coming off the bench.
That's not happening. Listen, let's before we get sidetracked, let's get into our first big, humongous trade that went down. Giannis
Oh boy. Oh boy.
traded to the Miami Heat. Yahoo!
Honestly, that was
That wasn't
v-
of
very
Miami. That
I
impressive.
wasn't
know,
even the
I
top
know,
signing.
I know. Chris was excited about this one in his house.
Yeah,
This team's finally decent.
you know
Is what you
it's
wanted for your
funny
life?
because the day before that trade that signing happened, Isaac was trying to talk a little trash, and I was like, we should just celebrate the Knicks championship because the Knicks didn't have to beat the Heat or the Nets to get to to get to the championship. So let's just celebrate that. But he was ready to talk trash, and we got Giannis,
Yeah.
and he called me the next day to apologize. I said,
So
"Oh, but
what
to
does
be honest
this
with you,
do? What
Giannis,
does this do for Miami Heat? This is your team. You should know what does this do? Is he a fit there? Is it gonna work? What's gonna happen?
Should
of
work.
course it's gonna work.
They're gonna
Of course
hide
it's gonna work." And, but the funny thing is, that's not even our greatest signing this season. Our greatest signing is Tim Hardaway Jr.
Really?
What?
Yeah, playing in his father's, where his father's jersey's retired. He might get number 10. They might bring that out of retirement so he could wear. And he's playing where his father played, Tim Hardaway, and that's great. That's great. Great pickup. What does it do for Miami? So Giannis Antetokounmpo is a Miami type guy. He's a Miami type guy. Come and work hard. He knows he's a Miami type guy. That's why he wanted to get there. And we just need a point guard, man. We just need someone to bring the ball up the floor, and that's all they need to do is bring the ball up the floor.
Yeah.
And no one better to do that than LeBron James.
Oh boy.
Not happening.
Yeah.
Isaac,
Hey,
tell
man,
me about this
Just Chris,
trade,
listen,
Isaac.
you heard LeBron,
Isaac,
he should give you a pick.
come on. Isaac, tell me about Giannis going
How I
to
feel
Miami
about this?
Heat and what does it does? How do you feel?
Listen, I only support the Heat because Chris, that's my older man. That's the big bro. You know, he a Heat fan, so I rock. That's my guy. I like it. Let me tell you something, man. I like it a lot because Giannis, he fits Miami's like that Heat culture stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't really mess with the Heat coach. I feel like they work too hard, man. True say, man. But I hear you coach guy Giannis, he fits that perfectly, man. And then you have a guy like Bam Adebayo. They just signed. They just gave Andrew Wiggins a contract. That's 3 great defenders on there. And then you have Bam. Bam's been there for a minute. He has that culture in him. You know what I'm saying? He had
And
81
the
points last
second
year. He knows how to
highest
play that.
scorer in NBA history.
Yeah. You got that. You got Donovan. You got I forgot his name. Donovan. I forgot his last name. But you got this point guard, defensive player. LeBron gets over there. It gets different because all it really needs is a solid point guard to bring the Bulgarian everyone to the spots, like a Magic Johnson type of deal. LeBron will fit perfectly in. But I love that for Giannis because Giannis said his goal is to win a championship. Do I think this season they get it done? Probably not. I think this season's going to be like just feeling out. I think the season after that, it's go time. It's go time. So where it's like, all right, we've been here before, you know what I'm saying? But they're going to need some shooting, though. The Giannis, I think him being with the Miami Heat, same thing like when LeBron, well, no, LeBron didn't pick it up until he was in
We're
Cleveland.
getting Klay Thompson.
We don't know that. Yeah, Chris, that's smart, man. You should start pitching, bro. Like, hey, LeBron, you come to the Heat, man. Like, y'all
We're
get
getting Klay Thompson and LeBron.
But
All right.
I'm telling you, y'all get some more shooting, a little depth. But right now, the only problem is LeBron. If you don't get LeBron, this roster is only as good as it's gonna get. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, wait. Hold on. Oh, the Heat got some dude from the G League that can shoot. And they're gonna make him a household name.
Okay. Sure.
Like they did with Caleb Martin and Duncan Robinson. Oh man, what was the other guy? Max Strus? Remember him?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll say one thing about y'all Heat boys, man. After y'all done with them boys get paid. Other teams, them guys get paid. Gabe Vincent, Max Strus, Caleb, them guys get paid.
Yeah. Remember the guy that was shooting for us this year? What was his name? I forgot his name. Sheesh, I forgot his name. Highsmith. Did he be killing with these guys that's no name, and then they become names on Miami?
Yeah.
All right.
And with Giannis, there's gonna be a new name in town. Kawhi can't help Toronto. Jaylen Brown can't help Philadelphia. All right.
Sal, tell me what you think about this trade, Giannis.
I think it's a great trade. Unfortunately, but for Milwaukee, I do think maybe it is time to move on from him. It's a big loss for franchise and for the city. Obviously, it's not like, gonna make businesses close as much as LeBron leaving Cleveland. But it's big. I'm not saying the Bucks don't have anybody. They got Miles Turner, they got Tyler Hero out of this, but not having Giannis is gonna like impact them, and having Giannis and he actually having Giannis. Listen, everyone loves Miami. Everyone wants to go to Miami. And it's just crazy that, you got him and Bam. I think that's going to be incredible. Like, I mean, let's say they're playing the Knicks. I think it would be an even better game. I think the Heat are going to be more of a threat now. Every team playing them, defense going to have their hands full. Their bigs are going to have their hands full dealing with those big guys. And, yeah, I think it's going to be actually a really good. It's going to be a very. It's going to be a competitive team.
Definitely.
I'm looking forward to it.
I got a question for y'all. If Bam got 83 points, how much you think Giannis gonna get?
40.
He got 83 points.
It's a joke.
I definitely.
Bam got 83 points.
No, I definitely think that those two guys, on the same team is gonna cause problem.
Nigerian boys, man.
Twin Towers.
But there's teams that pose the same problems as just as much as they do.
Yeah, like who?
Like the Spurs.
In the East. In the East.
Oh, in the East? Um,
New York.
no. What was? Oh no, I would say OKC, but OKC.
In the West.
OKC is in the West. All the big teams are in the West. You guys might be lucky to dominate the East.
Yeah, I think if you're Giannis in the Miami Heat, you're looking at the East and be like, we just got to fill this thing out, and we're the best in the East. When you're talking about getting back to the inside game, which is what
Well,
Brunson did at 6'2", and that's what the league is going through. The league is going back inside. And you got two of the most dominant bigs in the East playing on the same team.
yeah, but let me ask you a
And
question.
Carlton Towns wasn't as
What
dominant as Bam Adebayo last.
what does Miami Heat do against the Knicks? Against the champions?
Carlton Towns can't handle Bam and Giannis. And let me tell you something. I love the Brunson, but he ain't getting by no Giannis with no bumpy bump like he did with
Let
women.
me explain to you
You're
what's gonna
not
happen.
getting that against Giannis.
We're not
Huh?
worried. Cat. We're not worried about Cat. Can Giannis match up with OG Anunoby? That's the problem.
Can Giannis match up with OG Anunoby?
Yes,
Yeah.
he absolutely
Did you have
can.
to match up with
It'd be a good matchup.
Anunoby?
It would be a great matchup.
I got a question. Wait, OG Anunoby?
Yeah.
It would
Can
be a great
Giannis match
matchup.
up with OG
Who's gonna win
Anunoby?
this
It'll be a
battle in the East?
great
I can't
matchup.
wait to see them play because that's gonna determine some stuff when they play.
It's going to be an amazing
Can
You know
matchup.
Brunson's not
Giannis
a
match
quitter.
up with OG Anunoby?
Yeah. How's it getting
The-
against him?
What?
That's the matchup to watch. It's
Angelo,
the matchup to
Forget that.
watch.
Forget
You
all
not
that.
thinking
Forget all
that,
that.
right,
I got a
Angelo?
question. Forget all that. Who's gonna guard Brunson over there?
Nobody.
Nobody.
Exactly.
Nobody gonna go
It's
against
That's
his
the
that.
game.
problem.
It's
They
Nobody
gonna
got
be
no
his
guard.
game. It's all be about him.
That's fine.
It's all
That's
about him.
fine.
Getting everybody
That's
involved.
fine.
He's gonna find every way
But
to get
who's
involved. And
gonna
Bench has got to
guard
play too.
LeBron?
Bench has
Who's
got to
gonna
play
guard
too.
LeBron James?
The bench. Get Deuce involved.
There's no
Get
LeBron
Alvarado
James,
involved.
man. All right, we're getting silly. Let's move on. That's it. We're moving on. The next big trade that went down that stir everything and stir the crowd and get everything crazy and everybody crazy was LaMelo Ball going to the Timberwolves.
I don't know. I mean, I think that the duo between him
LaMelo
and
and
Edwards,
Anthony Edwards is a problem.
Yes.
it is a
It's gonna be
problem. It absolutely is.
entertaining. Oh yeah, entertaining, and then they're gonna lose in the Eastern Western Conference Finals again, or Western Conference semis. Who they beating?
Hold on, because they got a good team, man.
You shouldn't take them lightly. You shouldn't take them lightly. They're a dark
Nah,
horse.
they had a
Very
great
dark
team.
horse.
They had a great team
Against
before
OKC?
he got there. They had a great
Are
team
they
before he got
beating
there.
OKC?
First of all,
Are
they
they
was in the
beating
playoffs.
OKC?
They was in the playoffs. You're talking about
Are
a
they
playoff
beating
team.
OKC? I get they were a playoff team last year. That was a lateral trade. What I mean by lateral trade, it was a great trade that didn't improve them in terms of their standings in the West. They were a playoff team last year. I think last year they made it to the Western Conference semifinals.
They got a good
Okay,
team. They got a good team.
matchup with Holding. How they get into the finals?
They got LaMelo now. That's that push.
Okay, LaMelo, are they going to be OKC?
They might could. You never know, man.
Okay,
We
they're
got to
not
see
being
the
OKC.
play. We got to see the play. We don't know.
They're not being OKC. I'm going to make a prediction. You ready for my prediction?
All right.
Anthony Edwards is going to be frustrated.
Where?
Okay. I think he's going to get frustrated with LaMelo. If not this season, maybe next season or the season after.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure if that was a great pickup for the Timberwolves. Great pickup on paper. Great pickup. You got time. They did something. I'm going to tell you something. That GM for the Timberwolves secured his job. Because he could always go, look, I went and got an all-star. I did my job.
Yeah.
But they didn't move the needle. They did not move the needle. You know what? You know what's going to happen with the Timberwolves? You know what the Timberwolves are going to increase in this year?
But
Ticket sales and ticket prices. Good for them.
Isaac, what do you think, Isaac?
I'd be honest with you. I feel like Charlotte's some idiots. Like because it's not like he signed in free agency. Y'all traded him, and it's like I feel like Anthony Edwards and LaMelo, they're the same type of archetype. You know, they need the ball in their hands. They need to dribble. You need to, like what Chris said, Ant-Man, he's going to get tight. He's going to get mad. It's not this season. This season's going to be cool. It's the honeymoon phase. Okay, yeah, because, you know, and it's crazy. They're around the same age. I don't think they're the same draft class, but they're coming in together. It's like, oh, this is fun. It's like, you know, you're playing with your boy. You're playing with your contemporary. It's like, okay, this is fun. But why are we not winning games? What's going to happen? It's, like Chris said, it looks great on paper. They're like, oh, we got LaMelo Ball.
They're gonna have a fun regular season. Don't get me wrong. They're gonna have a great regular season.
Yeah.
You know, but when you start getting to that playoff push,
it gets serious.
That's the only problem. That playoff push is where it's gonna be like, you know,
Tell me, what do you think about this trade?
I think it's a pretty good trade. You know, Minnesota's just got to keep rebuilding, in my opinion.
Was it a good trade for Charlotte, you think?
No, not good for Charlotte, but good for Minnesota.
All right. And with that, we're going to move on to the final trade that we're going to speak about tonight. Because there was a whole bunch of trades that happened, but we're only naming the big splash trades that made noise.
Sixers.
And the next trade was Jaylen Brown.
I can actually, for once, say that the Sixers may actually be a threat now. Sixer fans are probably gonna hate on me for saying this. I don't care. I don't care. You guys are actually a threat now, and I'm excited for you. But I know I always downplay Embiid, but maybe this could be like can relieve some of the pressure he has. Adding Jaylen Brown, and obviously having Tyrese Maxey is going to be great too. But this is going to be this Phillies team. I mean, yeah, this Sixers team is going to be it's going to be something deadly. And the Knicks should take notice because I know Knicks own Philly right now, but this is going to be something that everybody's going to have to get involved in this game. I'm excited for that matchup. I can say Philly could be a threat to the Knicks.
Understood.
And I'm not quite sure about it.
I'm gonna give a hot take. I'm not worried about Philly at all, man. Philly's gonna be okay. Philly's not.
Hold on. Maxey, Embiid, Jaylen Brown, Edgecombe, and the guys that they have. It's not a threat.
Yeah, I'm not worried about Philly because on paper, it looks great. You have Jaylen Brown on there. It's great. It's something I like to call it. It's basketball flow. There's synergy to it, man. Jaylen Brown, in my opinion, well, let me not say it like that, man, but he could be a very toxic guy to play with. Embiid's never healthy. The real problem comes up with Jaylen Brown's ball dominant, Tyrese Maxey's ball dominant, and now it comes into this play. Whose team is this? Because the way I was looking before, it was Embiid's team. Then he was kind of handing the reins over to Max. He was like, okay, young fella, I'm going to be the second option. You do your stuff. And then you had a young guy like VJ on the squad too, where it's like, all right, cool. This is nice. With the young guys coming up, Embiid taking the back seat. Now you have to bring Jaylen Brown into this equation. Now it's like, what are we doing? What direction are we going into? But Jaylen Brown, he gets to the basket. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm worried, but I'm not that because for Philly to succeed, a lot of things are going to need to go right. I always go to under things like what happens when things go wrong. Because when Embiid gets hurt, who's your backup center? You know what I'm saying?
That is true.
Who beat the Celtics this year? Who beat the Celtics this year in the playoff?
Philly.
That was a stupid trade for the Boston Celtics.
Of course it was.
This I will say this. One, I don't think Boston's gonna do as they think they're gonna do with Tatum.
Neither do I.
Two, this is the ceiling for the Philadelphia 76ers.
It
This
might
is
be.
the ceiling.
It might be. No, but no,
The ceiling is this. They get the 2 or 3 seed, maybe 2 seed. They play a playing team or a team that was on the verge, right? They beat them in the first round. And then that second round team has to be Boston. Somehow, some way. They beat Boston again. And then they lose in the Eastern Conference Finals. That's their ceiling.
I tell you
Why do you
what,
think?
I think that is a good trade, and I think that this is something that's been brewing, and I think that Jalen Brown wants to go up against Tatum, and I can't wait to see them play against each other, bro.
Jalen Brown will kick Embiid in his butt to make sure that they beat the Boston Celtics.
Yeah.
That's gonna be the game to watch right there.
Absolutely. Jalen Brown's a better player, hands down.
Than Tatum.
No, Jason Tatum's better, I feel like.
Jason Tatum's more talented.
We're gonna have to see. See, this is the problem. This is what they was going. I
He
believe
already
that they was.
played
I
to-
believe that
he-
they was going through this because people kept saying, "Oh, who's better? Who's better?" the whole time, and
already
now
right.
we're gonna
He already
finally
did.
see.
Hey. Let me explain to you guys, man. JT's way more safe than Jalen Brown because Jalen Brown, he's a anti-hero in a way. He beats to his own drum. What the Celtics made, they made a smart business move for the kids and they said for their family because JT's the face. You don't mess with the face. Now, Jalen Brown, in some ways, may be a better player than Jason Tatum, but you don't trade. You're not going to trade JT. He's untouchable.
Jalen
you know
Brown is kind of a head case. That's why they got rid of him.
Yeah, that's why they got rid of him. But JT is like, yeah, he's there. He's a pretty boy. He's a Celtic. He's gonna probably be one of those guys who's gonna be a Celtic for life. He gives me that Kobe Bryant type of feel. You don't really touch that. But if I was a GM, if I was Brad Stevens, I don't know. He probably tried this. If I have these two guys on the team, I don't know what kind of therapy. You keep these two guys there, and you do not move them. You build around that. I wouldn't trade him to Philly. I was like, listen, man, what do we have to do to make this work? You know what I'm saying? Well, how can we do this? Because now
let me tell you something. Tatum probably didn't want it to work.
Yeah. Tatum not that good.
See, that's it.
Like
that's the thing.
Yeah, and what Jalen Brown did this year, based on how JT plays, he still plays outside in. He does a little sidestep 3 thing. Now it's on your back. Can you get these guys to the second or first seed, bro, or third seed? That's a lot of pressure, man, for JT coming off an Achilles injury, man. That's a lot of pressure, bro.
Sort of played himself. He could have spoke up and said he didn't want Jalen Brown to go.
Yeah,
but
all right.
I would have been like, nah, we need this guy. Because why? When your brother, like, I don't know, I guess they're not as close as they were, but you know, they kind of came to. I would have been like, listen, dude, this is my guy. We want champion. Keep this guy here. What do we need to do? What do we need to do? And you're gonna send him, and then you're gonna send him to a team in the East. Yeah, man, that was smart. Yeah,
definitely.
But they believe that he's just an empty stat guy, so they feel like being in Philly, he's gonna be exposed. So we'll see.
We'll see what happens, man.
Yeah, Paul George though. That was cool. Yeah.
Right.
You know, the Boston Celtics.
Paul George.
Yeah.
Man, my man PG, man. Let's see how that works out, man.
With all these big trades that happen, can't wait for the season to start. Can't wait to see what happens. Fellas, we have a special guest today on our show as we keep the ball rolling. Anything hoops. And today we have a special guest with us, Omar Nakonde. Am I saying it right?
Conde, yeah, the N is silent. That wasn't bad though. Conde. Yeah.
The Conde. All right. My brother, it is a pleasure to have you here on Anything Hoops, where we speak about a lot of up and coming talent, a lot of guys that's going overseas, guys that played overseas. Did you play overseas before?
Not yet, but I will. I will.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
like we do with everybody on anything hoops, uh, we want to hear straight out of the horse's mouth. You know, we want you to tell us your story, what got you into basketball, everything that you've been through until now. The floor is yours.
All right. Thanks for having me. So I started at the age of 8, playing in the parks and stuff. Just seeing that. It's funny because like the first sport that I wanted to play was football, but I seen like the physicality that I'm like, and then my mom, like I knew she wasn't seeing when it like me playing football or nothing. I played that first, and I'm like, you know what? Let me try basketball. I tried that, fell in love with that. So I started first in like a Salvation Army, like a after school. That's why I started first, started playing there, started getting my feel for it, and just started, keeping the love and the passion with me. That started from young. So starting there. I didn't play in elementary. I didn't play like like that's one fun fact. Like I never played AAU. I just played like, I just fell in love with the game, played pick up, and that's what got me where I'm at. So I played after school. That was first. I was like elementary, middle school. I made the team my 8th grade year, so I wasn't really like. Keep in mind, I wasn't playing like no AAU. So 8th grade, I played. I made a team six. I didn't try out 7th. I tried out, I didn't make it. Now come high school. High school, I made it. I made it to JV. 9th and 10th, I played like just really what made me like keep falling in love with the game was summertime basketball. So I played in the parks, just playing in the park right near me. It's called Riverbank State Park. So I played there. Riverbank State Park, playing there every summer, growing that love for the game. Then come to school time. Played junior varsity 9th and 10th, just gradually getting better every year. 9th and 10th, I played. Come junior year, got to play vars. 11th vars, that's when I came off the bench, wasn't quite ready. Then senior year, that's when I took off, just then I had to play a starting role, a bigger role. So going from there, I did my thing. We made it to the championship. We lost, but I was a vital role there. Then I was class of 2020, so COVID hit. I couldn't really play, but my friend had put me on to JUCO called Westchester Community College. That's where I met Vaughn, which I know. I know y'all know Vaughn, obviously. So I met Vaughn there. So the first year was COVID, so there was no playing. Got to take so the season was postponed to the next year, which was 2021-22. So 2021-2022. That was my first year there. Keep in mind, my friend put me on. They never seen me play. I just sent my film in. You know what I'm saying? The year before, there was no season. Fast forward next year, they bet on me, and I just I proved my worth. I got rookie of the year there. The starter big man went down. I had to step up. I had to fill a role. So I had big shoes to fill, but I filled them, and then some. So I got a rookie of the year from my school to give me a plaque, rookie of the year. Second year, I went second team, just like I said, gradually getting better every year, every year getting better. So my second year in JUCO, this is 2023, 2022, 23. I went second team, all region, all conference. So I was basically the top 10 player in the league, in the conference. And then that earned me a D2 nod. I went to Queens College. So that's why I played. I played there for 2 more years. So the first year, junior year, feeling it out, what I'm saying, coming off the bench, still did my thing, a lot of ups and downs. So that was pretty good. We finished the 6th seed, so we could have did better. Obviously, could have did better. We just made it to the playoffs. But then my last year, that's when I really took off. I stayed. The coach took me off the bench again, but then I had to prove myself. Okay, yeah, he had no choice but to start me. So I did that. I got defensive player of the weeks. I set the record for blocks in a game, 9 blocks. Nobody else has went to Queens College at that school has ever done that. So just like I said, gradually getting better every year. Agencies signing me, and then just pretty much just trusting God everywhere I went. Just making an impact, showing what my worth. And just trusting God through it all, honestly, that's the main thing. Making sure, that's the, the nucleus of everything. Just praying and trusting God for sure, most definitely.
That's what's up, man. That is what's up. That
Yeah.
That is amazing, my brother. That is amazing. And
Yeah,
I'm glad that you said that because, we are nothing without God. He gives us our gifts, our talents. So I definitely respect that
yeah,
100%. Um,
definitely.
fellas, you got any questions after hearing this story? Anything you guys want to say?
Impressive.
Sal, you want to start, Sal?
All right. Well, okay, Omar. So, what
Yeah.
motivated you to pursue basketball, and how did you develop your skills to reach the level that you're at right now?
Well, one thing that motivated me, I would say, like, guys like me and my brother, just seeing it in the park. But one thing was like seeing my brother, like, he was like, because he was better than me at the time,
Hmm.
And I just like, and just myself too, just wanting to get better, just wanting, just falling off to the sport. Like, okay, like this is what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? So I would say both like my brother and myself, now that I actually think about it, like, and me working hard, just having that, just really like one thing that like most people don't talk about is having a passion. That's what's got me to this point. Just like really loving the game and really, really wanted to better myself. So I would say that, like my brother, me just wanted to just prove myself and just having passion for the game, just really loving the game and just wanting to keeping, staying with it. I've seen a lot of people over time not stay with it or, just something they want to do no more, but I'm staying with it. So just the passion, definitely that's what helped me. Definitely. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
And how do you feel about the opportunity to play in Mexico City?
Yeah.
And what are your goals for this?
So I feel like it's an amazing opportunity. Shout out to Vaughn for considering me. I feel like it's an amazing opportunity, and my goal is to just reach these scouts, pick up a team and let me showcase my skills. Definitely pick up like a contract. That's the goal. The main goal is to pick up. I know I will do it. Pick up a contract, showcase my skills, and just pick up a contract. Definitely, yeah. Because it's like the time is now. That's how I feel. The time is now. So just pick
Absolutely.
up a contract.
I
Exactly.
agree.
Really, man. Shout
I
out to
agree.
VSG in the building, man. This is what we do. VSG sent players overseas. Uh, you definitely got a chance here. I gotta say
Mhm.
something real quick. Um, I wish that VSG was around when I was coming up playing ball. I ended up just being
Mhm.
like a street baller. There was nothing like VSG around, and VSG
Mhm.
is a big opportunity for a lot of up and coming talent. You know,
Mhm.
nowadays. So shout out to VSG, and I'm proud to be part of this company. You know what I'm saying? Uh,
Sure.
Isaac,
What's good? What's good? Oh, what's going on, my guy?
What's up, bro?
What's going
All is
on?
well.
Yo, real quick. So, what areas are you looking to improve in your game?
Okay. Yeah. So one thing I'm really like willing to show is obviously show that I'm in shape. That's one thing. But obviously defensive. I'm a defensive minded person, so I would say like show my defense, let my offense like flow. You know what I'm saying? Or obviously be aggressive with the rock and stuff, but
Absolutely.
show like show that my defensive like tenacity, show like my motor, my high motor, how hard I play. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to be in shape, to do everything on the court to place your strength. So you got to be in shape.
Yes, sir.
And one thing I definitely I have been working on is my ball handling skills. That's one thing I have, but just keep sharpening it every day, sharpening it. So that's one thing, and I feel like I'm working on. I can continue to work on.
Yeah, now I respect, man. Division II, play ball at Queens College, man. You had to have that motor and defensive strength
Yeah,
to be able to play ball over there, man. I had the pleasure, uh, to hoop with some guys at Queens College, man. Those some cool guys over there, man.
yeah.
Cool guys over there, man.
Hmm.
How do you prepare mentally and physically to play on an international level like this? Mexico City, they play at a different pace. Overseas, Bruno's not as maybe not as skill wise as Division II basketball, but they may be more physical. Maybe refs not calling calls. How do you feel like you're mentally prepared and physically to handle something like that?
All my experiences I went through, like like at the end of the day, it's a sport, and like I've went through a lot of stuff outside of basketball. So like at the end of the day, it's a sport. You just gotta stay mentally strong. I stayed mentally strong with stuff outside of basketball. So I love this game, and I know I'm gonna obviously get through it. You know, it's not gonna be. It's something that it'll take adjusting, but I will adjust. I'll adjust fast. Just gotta play basketball. Something I've been doing for a very long time.
Real quick, bro. I'm a little bit off topic. Where's your family from, man? Your last name, man.
Yeah, I'm Jamaican and African.
Oh, that's what's up.
African and Jamaican. So that comes from my father's side. I'm African, you know. More so African. Yeah, so my father was born in Zambia.
Okay.
So I'm African, yeah.
I'm Nigerian, man. African too, man. That's one day.
Oh yeah, that's what's up, bro. For sure. Yeah.
Chris,
Yeah. Nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you too.
How do you see this opportunity impacting your future, both on and off the court?
Well, definitely, like, I see it impacting my future because, like, it's just me betting on myself, you know. Not nobody told me like, "Yo, do this." Like, you have to. Nah, like, it's, at the end of the day, like, you know what I'm saying. I'm a man. I have to like make my own decisions. So, I feel like this is one thing that will help me like building good habits with just like betting on yourself and just trusting yourself and like, you know, having this belief in yourself because nobody's gonna do it for you. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing that helped me off the court. And on the court, you're saying like strange, how would this opportunity help me on and off the court, right? Well, obviously on the court, like I want to get a contract. Yeah, I want to get a contract. So I know I will. I know I will get one. So yeah, it's helped me achieve my dreams. And off the court, help me build like good habits and just like betting on myself. Like nobody's gonna do it for you. You have to do it yourself.
That's a strong key to success because you build your future by what you do now.
Mhm.
Okay, so what are some of the things that you want to conquer off the court? Ambitions, dreams, or life after basketball? So like
After basketball, I got you. Yeah, like I've honestly I've been thinking about that, but definitely get into like some training, use my psychology degree to its advantage, you know, get into some type of sports psychology.
Yeah.
And like I said, like pass it forward. Like the things I've learned, just pass it down to the generation after me, you know. So get into some type of training and like I said, use my degree to the best of its advantage for sure.
Understood.
Yeah.
Understood. That's what's up.
beautiful man. Omar, gotta tell you, glad that you was here to spend some time with us today. I got one final question. What would you say to the youth or anybody else that's trying to pursue basketball or trying to go overseas and stuff like that?
I would first I would say like if you don't love it, then you can't do it, you know? You gotta really like love it. You gotta anything in life, you know, your passion, you gotta really love it, like see it through like before anyone else, you know. So you have to love it first and just, you know, keep God in it too. Keep God in that's one thing. So love it, have the passion. First, you gotta have God in it, keep the passion, and just let it happen, you know, like you do your part, like God will do the rest. I'm a firm believer in that. Like you do your part, do what you gotta do, control what you can control, and just let everything else fall into place.
I respect it.
Yeah, that's what I strongly believe.
I respect it. Fellas, that is our show for today. Shout out to Omar. Shout out to
Shout out to
Crypto
y'all. Thanks for having me.
Shout out to
course.
VSG, Sal, Isaac. It's your boy,
Yes, sir.
Angelo Melendez, aka
Talk
Video,
about it.
your anything hoops. This is what we do. God bless you all. Good night.
God bless you. Thank you for everything,
Yeah.
y'all. Thank you.
Mhm.